Welcome back to ATL Day Ones. I am Tenitra, and that is Jarvis. And we appreciate you guys for always rocking with us. Why do we know you rock with us? Because you guys give us 5-star reviews each and every place that you download your podcast. So we appreciate you for that. But we also thank you for continuing to subscribe to our YouTube channel for Locked On Sports Atlanta. We're almost up to 4,000 subscribers, and we appreciate you doing that. And we know why you do it. You do it because we bring you great content, but we bring you even greater guests to talk about that content. And today is no different. We have the amazing ESPN play-by-play commentator and sideline reporter for all things HBCU sports. Yes, I love it. She does it all. She is amazing. And also for the WNBA. We're going to talk about that a little bit later, but please welcome in Tiffany Greene. Tiffany, how you doing today?
What's good? We trying to bring that big energy to start off season. Let's go, baby.
Yes, and oh my goodness, you want to talk
Love it.
big energy? Can't be anything bigger than what's happening this weekend with the Orange Blossom Classic. It is so amazing. And we know that, technically, week zero, MEAC SWAC Challenge last weekend, football has already kicked off, but everybody had this date circled on their calendar because it is Jackson State, it is FAMU. We want to take a step back and ask you, Tiffany, especially being up in that booth, what do you expect to see from both of these teams when you call this game this weekend?
Well, my partner Jay Walker and I have dubbed this year because we saw how important it was a season ago. 1 point separating the obviously Jackson State going on to win the SWAC East and the SWAC Championship and representing conference in the Celebration Bowl. But this is a team that comes back and with more depth. How about the number one recruit in the nation tracking to make his debut with the Tigers? They also had a terrific defense, so he beefed, which was already strong. And then you look at a FAMU team that made it all the way to the FCS playoffs. Their offense, they have some big backs in the backfield. The transfer quarterback from Vanderbilt had a very strong showing in week 0 against UNC, gets to do it lights and in a different type of atmosphere. It's got a post-season feel, folks. You can't get any better than that. Oh, yeah, wait a minute. I said all of that, and Shiloh Sanders and Isaiah Land, they were both FCS National Players of the Year and for Freshmen of the Year. So you've got plenty of star power.
Yeah, when you think about the star power, right? Let's talk about Deion Sanders. He being the head coach, and he's going to get a lot of the attention coming into this game in the Orange Blossom Classic down in Miami. But Tiffany, I have to get you to talk about Willie Simmons. I think this guy is a gem of a head coach, and I think he's making some moves down in FAM to bring them back to some respectability.
I mean, the Willie Simmons era or Willennium, as my partner has a difference in having this resurgence you've seen in Tallahassee for the last few years of trying to get to that Celebration Bowl. They're looking to finish. Simmons isn't just a great coach within the HBCU ranks. He's one of the best in all down some assistant jobs at the FBS level to actually stay at FAMU to, again, revitalize that program. And we cannot overlook the fact, right? Deion Sanders was prime time on the field, and now he's brought that energy, that flashiness, that flair to HBCUs and making sure that so much attention to the great product that we see on the field week in and week out and that we've known about. He's been able to put a megaphone to some of our concerns and some of the grit and an extra lens, if you will, into the HBCU culture. And so on both sides, they have a mutual respect for one another, and they are a part of that blue state and FAMU that's going to help propel HBCU football forward.
Indeed, indeed. And I'm so excited to talk about it as well because I feel like the SWAC is so rich in talent just across the space. So I want to talk to you about that and kind of any sleepers that you see. But before we talk about that, We talk about the fact that you said earlier, big energy. Let me tell you something. When it comes to talking about Coffee AM, Jarvis Davis has all the energy. So he's going to keep that same energy and tell you guys about it right now.
Mr. Coffee AM is what they call me. I haven't told
Ooh.
Coffee AM that yet, but hey, that's my name because I've been rocking with coffeeam.com/locked on. That's the website you need to go to. Now I'm about to tell you why you need to go to that website because this is the best small batch coffee roaster in the entire country. And it's right here in your backyard, right here in Atlanta. So yeah, let's go. Atlanta area, that is. But yeah, you definitely need to check them out because I start my mornings off with those Kenya K-Cups. And I've run out of them. Coffee M, I need y'all to send me some more because them things be on point. So I absolutely love coffeem.com /locked on. It is the place to go. And once you go there and check them out, here's what you do. Go to the coffeeam.com /locked on. Drop in the coupon code box locked on, and you're going to get 15% off of all coffees, teas, and gift sets. And you haven't heard me talk about the tea because, tea, she loves the tea. And, it has so many benefits to her. She's told me about them. She's used them. And it has helped her in her life, and it's helped her soul as well. And, I ain't going to get into how it helped her soul, but, we'll talk about that a little bit later. But, yes, go to coffeeam.com /locked on. Drop in the coupon code box locked on. And you're going to get 15% off. Go ahead and pull up on the best small batch coffee roaster in the entire country.
Yeah, you know it because I love the tea. That's what helps my voice to just stick around for now. What are we talking about? I'm on hour number 12 of talking. So, yeah, it definitely helps me out
Tenitra
tremendously.
and Jarvis, y'all need to get a
A little gift
from
bag.
Coffee
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got you.
Yeah.
Got
You
some
might have
coffee
to.
for you.
You're going to love it.
Yeah.
You send it to me. You are not
That
going
needs to be the
not,
bed music when you read that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, let's do
right.
it. Let's do
It will not
it.
disappoint. It will not disappoint. And listen, we were talking about this earlier, right? And sometimes you have situations where, and whether it's professional or college sports, where one side of the division will be heavy. We talk about it with the SEC, right? You pretty much it's the West being deep, deep, and then the East and not so much. Might be the same here in the SWAC as well. So I wanted to ask two questions of you. Number one, do you feel like there's one division in the SWAC, be it East or West, that is a little bit stronger and may be the ones that have the strongest path, if you will, to the Celebration Bowl? And number two, I want to ask you, who's your sleeper that might sneak up and shock us and be the representative for the SWAC in the bowl?
Well, I'll say this. I think the East is pretty deep this year. That's Jackson State. That's Alabama State. We saw them in week one and come out with a week zero. The MEAC SWAC challenge has not been in favor of the SWAC. Alabama State junior got his coaching debut. So I think it's going to be very realignment, a season ago when FAMU and Bethune-Cookman joined the conference. That sent the Kings of the East at the time, Alcorn State, now over to have to contend with Southern and the Gramblings and the Prairie View A&Ms. So Alabama A&M over in the East as well. So there are a number of teams, but I slant the advantage slightly to the East. However, Hugh Jackson at Grambling, that Eric Dooley over at Southern, he might have something to say about that. Newcomer Bubba McDowell in on that. But in terms of a team that I feel like are a sleeper, consistently been there. They were the spring champions when we had that COVID year. Jackson State. But I like a team like Mississippi Valley State. And I know people are going to say dark horse. But if you look at the way they played towards the end of the season, they had some really Vincent Dancy is doing a terrific job down in Itabena, especially given what he has. He has been able to really get that team to focus about the Delta Devils is their fight. They do not give up. That is probably the hardest road trip in all of HBCU football. Many could argue. They, I think, really bring it. So they return the leading rusher from a season ago, making to just upset some folks I don't know that they'll make it all the way to Atlanta. I
Mm.
think that they will make it the path very difficult for whoever ends up in.
Well, Tiffany, unfortunately, I have got to get on the WNBA before we get out of here. Now, unfortunately, the Dream did not make the playoffs, and because we've been rocking with our Dream this year, and Ryan Howard, obviously the WNBA Rookie of the Year. But now that the playoffs are going on, who do you like to be able to raise the trophy at the end of the season?
Beginning that I thought the Las Vegas Aces found themselves in the ripest position to take Wilson, who was Defensive Player of the Year, and my vote for MVP this year, kept a focus. And oh yeah, there are more than a million reasons to love Becky Hammon. First female. Now she goes back to the franchise which she played for back in San Antonio, and she last pace, high flying, offense, high octane, just fun. I feel like the Las Vegas Aces find themselves in a position to take it all. The entire series, which we saw the Storm take game one, incredibly competitive. Candace Parker and the legacy that she's left in the WNBA. She's trying to win back-to-back chips. Chicago Sky, the Connecticut Sun, can't count them out. I think we'll see Aces and Sun in the championship. No, actually, I'm sorry. Correction. We're going to see the Sky Aces in the championship, and I think Las Vegas walks away with Tanisha Wright. She was my vote for Coach of the Year because I thought she did a terrific Atlanta Dream this season.
Indeed. And yeah, the one thing I will say and co-sign on that for you as well, not just our coach, but also our GM for the Dream have aces tie. So maybe, just maybe, that'll give us a little connectivity in rooting for
Indeed.
Las Vegas for that WNBA chip. Tiffany, we cannot thank you enough. We so hope that you're able to come back during the season and talk a little bit more football with us, or really anything that you want to talk about, because just like with this segment, we got For the Culture, and a lot of times we talk about anything we want to in that segment. So we're going from one queen in our deep dive here today to another queen. And if you want to hear about that queen, come back on the other side for the culture. But in the meantime, check out Tiffany at Tiffany A. Green on Twitter, at TGreen34 on IG. She is an amazing follow. We appreciate her time today, and you all better check her out this weekend because, man, oh man, as my uncle would tell you, she's his favorite, and she's ours too. All right, Rattler family, take care. We'll see you soon.
All